It's showtime, and welcome to the Buffalo Marathon weekend week. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Fitz Koehler. I'm one of your race announcers, the Grand Poobah. Rudy Novotny will be joining me on the microphone this week as the Junior Poobah, of course. But we're very excited to have you all join us in Buffalo, and we're going to answer lots of questions tonight. And our brilliant, talented, athletic, generous, kind, dashingly handsome race directors are here to join us and give us all the information you need. So wherever you're joining us, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, feel free to use the comments section to ask questions or make comments, and we'll get to you. And then also, what was I going to say? Oh, share this on your own page. So wherever you are, click share and share it to your personal social media channels, because we want the word to get out. We want everyone to show up at all the races on time, have the gear they need, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in first the man we have not seen on this broadcast before. Welcome our operations race director, Mr. Rich Clark.
Hey everybody, how are you?
They're like, we're so good. And everybody is looking and saying, we love the beard, Rich. Did you grow it especially for this weekend?
I did. So when I wear the buffalo or bison hat, I look more like a bison.
I love it. I'm also going to try to grow my beard out very soon so I can look more bison-y. Thank you.
Maybe I can shave mine and give it to you and you can glue it on.
You know what? I could just probably nick off the end of my braids right there. Done. Okay, next up is our race director. The business side of the business is Mr. Greg Weber.
Good evening. I can't top either of that. I can't grow a beard. I don't have braids. I don't have a hat. I don't know. I'm just at a loss. Maybe I should go back into the green room. Yeah, there you go. He's got his hat turned. Nobody knows that Rich doesn't have any hair because he always wears a hat.
You can't go wrong with that. You know what? Last time I was here, I had no hair. And
that's true.
Right.
Couldn't pull it off just as well as Rich does. So I envy that, Rich, but I'm not going to fight you for that honor anymore. You can be the bald one.
Well, it does say how long it's been since we've been able to do this, that people didn't realize how dreadfully sick you were at that point, and being I think it was 2 or 3 months into chemo, and look at you now. You got all your hair back. I mean, it's almost like COVID was a good thing to get your hair back. Rich had the opportunity to grow that beard.
Right.
So
yeah, well, healthy and noisy as ever. Thrilled to be here as usual. Oh, we already have a comment coming in. Let's see. It's a celebratory. It's Sarah Gabriel. Hooray. So excited. She did her last run before the weekend today. We're so excited to have you here, Sarah. Look at that. All right, guys. So this is weekend updates. We're not just going to talk about our hair and our facial hair. We can do that later. So tell us, what's the first thing we need to know? We're going to talk about bibs, perhaps.
Well, the first thing I think we need to know is we put this together so that we could ease some fear and calm some anxiety with all the changes and everything that are going on. I mean, the most we can do at this point is apologize for this nasty pandemic we've been going through. We've tried our best. I pulled a number out of the air the other day. I said we probably planned 8 different races or 8 different events. Rich is absolutely exhausted. I keep throwing things at him, but we've done our best to give everybody a good event, and we're here and we're ready, right? So we've got, close to 3,000 people. It's going to be under 3,000 people, but that'll be here Sunday. And then we've got a lot on Saturday as well. We opened the diaper dash back up on Monday as I continue to throw stuff at Rich, and I just checked. We got half full. It's 25. We got room for 50 more. If you've got a 2-year-old or less, it's going to be pretty cool to crawl on the carpet, 26.2 feet, underneath the finish line. Their first race, their first medal, their first bib. All goes well. I ordered those on Monday too. They'll be like little food bibs with their number on them. So,
and a reminder, your baby doesn't even have to be crawling, because we had plenty of babies just like tip over and drool, and that was awesome too. This race is kind of for the babies, kind of for the parents and the grandparents. So if you have anyone under 2, we want that baby here. And I hope I don't terrify your kid like I did last year with my buffalo hat, but I have to wear it, right?
Yeah, you have
I'd like to say it's the easiest event of the weekend to manage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's because they don't have email where they can ask us questions.
They're like, wow, I didn't like the course. It was short.
And they can't catch me either.
So yeah. So as we go forward into tonight, I mean, I don't know if this is going to be 5 minutes or 50 minutes. You know, we're really here to answer anybody's questions. You know, Rich is the man when it comes to everybody's safety. He's the guy out there making sure everybody stays safe. You know, I can't thank him enough as my partner in crime in this whole thing. We've been doing this now 6 years, and it's 7 years. This will be 7 years, but our 6th race. So, yeah, we'll answer any questions. Just please don't ask us what hotel to stay at, because right now downtown they're pretty much all booked between the race and the Blue Jays playing downtown. Yeah. I think everything is sold out.
Okay, so I think the big thing we want to hit for the Sunday races, the half and the full, is 100% of our athletes are starting at 6. Rudy and I will yell go at 6 a.m., not 6:30, not 7, not 6:05. So get your tush out to the start line. We will all be together, 100% of us. And if you will like masks, if you don't like your teeth, you can wear a mask. If you want to wear your smile, hug a friend. We're happy to have you. It's totally up to you. But 100% of you be there. And when we do 6 a.m. start, that doesn't mean show up and park your car at 5:55. That means get your booty out there parked by 5:15. Show up. We actually have a lot of fun and interaction and engagement going on at the start of the race that you don't want to miss out on. We want you to be part of our experience. So get your fanny out and bring your spectators. We will yell go at 6, and everyone will take off from there.
And I think two things to touch on for there, and then I'm going to push it over to Rich, is and we are starting at 6 a.m., which, like you said, is not 6:30 where we normally start. You know, Rich and I talked about it, and we decided to keep it a half hour earlier to give people hopefully off the course before it gets warm, if it proves to be warm on Sunday, to give you a little bit of extra time in the cool air. The other thing to stress as a single start, if you have an orange bib and you had a 6 a.m. start on the back side, you are now on the front side at 6 a.m. If you had a red bib where we told you just 3 weeks ago you were starting at 7 a.m., you are starting at 6 a.m. Everybody goes together. That's everybody in capital letters, right?
And please share that. This is why we want you to share, is we want all the information disseminated. They have emailed 1,000 times, have put up Facebook posts, but 6 a.m. for everybody.
I kid you not. I am probably answering 100 emails a day from people. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you start to work on it, and I do answer them all personally, it's a lot of work. So, but we're here for you. So the other thing to talk about, and I'll let Rich talk about it, is how the corrals are going to work, because we're still talking about corrals, and it's something new this year. So everybody should have an understanding of how they work. So take it away there, buddy.
All right. So due to COVID, we were forced to break everybody up in groups of 200. So you'll notice this year on your bibs, you had a couple letters. And those letters originally, the first letter was for the corral you were going to start in. And the second letter was going to be the queue you were going to start in as you got into the starting area. So forget the letters this year. All you need to know is everybody meets in Niagara Square, where there will be 4 to 5 entrances. You'll see big L-shaped frames that have big signs on them and say athlete entrance only. When you enter in Niagara Square, pick one of those entrances, just politely show your bib to whoever is there, the volunteer. Make your way into Niagara Square, where you can meet and socialize and talk with your friends. And we're going to have the majority of the Porta-Johns located there, forcing you to go to Niagara Square. Once you've taken care of your business in the morning, you're going to make your way out of Niagara Square, up Delaware Street towards Delaware Ave, towards the start line. You're going to see some large 15 to 20 foot pace flags. Please seed yourself based on the pace that you think you will go out at. And we ask you to do that so you don't get trampled by a faster runner or a slower runner, depending on your ability. So once again, meet in Niagara Square, take care of business, and then make your way up towards Fitz and Rudy's Voice, because they will be directly at the start line. And we're going to let you get as close as 10 feet to the start line.
All right. Thank you. That's great. And bibs, remember, race bibs go on the front. We have a lot of first timers. We're so excited for you too. Everyone's like, first marathon, first half. We're thrilled that you've chosen Buffalo as your first marathon. Race bibs go on the very front side of your shirt. That's so our course officials know you belong on our course. It's also so our photographers can identify you and share your photos with you post race. So race bibs go on the front. So I don't want to hop around too much. One thing I want to encourage everybody to do is we actually recorded a very thorough informational last Wednesday, and it's still up on our Buffalo Marathon Facebook page. It's also on the Fitzness YouTube page. We went through every detail imaginable last Wednesday. We would like to target the questions today, but go back and review that. That was super handy dandy, so we don't have to repeat absolutely everything tonight. So you guys...
And we have a 67-page race guide on our website that people can reference. But just to add to Rich's comment about the corrals and entering Niagara Square, when he says there's 4 entrances and you have to show your bib, I'm sure you can make the logical leap. It means your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, if they're not running, they're not coming into Niagara Square with you. So don't ask if they can come with you to carry your stuff. It's athletes only.
We got a question from Sarah. Relay teams, does only the first runner go into the Niagara Square?
Great question.
Only the first runner, yes. And then the runner who's going to meet or get the handoff at the 10K, they're going to walk their way to the 10K relay exchange point. The 20K, you're going to make your way up to the 20K exchange point on foot. And then the 30K, you're going to meet down by the Hyatt to catch the relay bus to take your self out to Delaware Park, the 30K mark. You can transport yourself if you want to the 30K, but the bus will be there and it'll be ready.
Oh, okay. And this was another follow-up. Can you confirm buses will bring the last leg person to their spot from the Hyatt and then bring the third leg person back? Yes?
Yes. Yes, okay. On both of those.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. We got some more good questions. Oh, can we pick up bibs on Saturday for Sunday's run?
If you do not have your bib right now and you are registered, you can pick up a replacement bib between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock at the finish line. We are not doing registration there for replacement bibs only.
Okay. That and Leilani Bessing, I see your question. She has a bib question as well. She said she did not receive her bib. So 10 and 1 on Saturday.
Saturday.
No. Okay.
And if it's a 5K bib you're missing, it's 7:30 to 8:15 at the finish line, and we'll do 5K bibs.
And then we also have Lissa Lynn here. Her first marathon. Congratulations on the guaranteed PR, Lissa. She usually plays music quietly. Can she wear earbuds at our race?
Yep, she can. Just make sure that they're slow enough so if there's any emergencies, you can hear them for us. Just be safe that way, please.
Yeah. What's your favorite song to run to, Rich?
I don't run to music. I listen to the crazy thoughts in my head.
All right. What about you, Greg?
Oh, I don't know. I'm too busy thinking about the race. The music is just drowning out the traffic. So,
all right.
But going back to bibs for a second, relay teams will also pick up their bibs on. Yeah, I'm bouncing back. Relay teams will also pick up their bibs on Saturday morning.
Okay, that's between 10 and 1. Where again?
Finish line. Franklin Street in front of the convention center.
Okay, and that will be an active finish line, folks, because on Saturday we have the 5K, which starts at what time?
8:30.
8:30, followed by the diaper
kids
dash.
races at 10:30.
Okay.
And then the Ruffalo Stampede at 12:30.
And the diaper dash is at
11:30.
There you go.
11.
Okay, so kids races, diaper dash, Ruffalo Stampede. And even if you have no children, even if you know no children, even if you are terrified of dogs, show up to these events because they are so fun. They are absolute spectator sports, just a blast to be a part of. And it's yes, your heart will soar watching these kids accomplish something great, but then you will laugh and cry your eyes out because they trip and fall in funny ways and the diapers get lost. And it's just, everyone's got to come out and support them. Very fun.
And then 1 to 3 is the bark crawl. That's capital BAR lower K on Chippewa and Delaware. It's Sidelines, Soho, Frankie Primo's, and Local. And at each bar, a rescue will be represented, and they will be trying to raise money for their rescues. So everybody's welcome. The dogs are, if you have a dog, they're welcome on the patio as well. If you're not in the Ruffalo Stampede, come out and support them as well. We're all about community.
Are you suggesting that our athletes would go have alcoholic beverages at a race weekend?
Yeah.
I'm thinking they may be carrying it with them on the Ruffalo Stampede.
In their water bottle. I think so. Fuel belt filled with vodka. Okay. Josh Hutchings. Hi, Josh. Signed up for the half and raised $500. Anyone not running the full? Oh, can there be more switches?
Anyone signed up for the half and raised 500? Anyone not running? Can there be more switches? Do you want to switch from the half to the full? Is that what you're looking to do?
That's what he's looking to do.
He wants to move up, it sounds like.
Yeah, if he wants to move up, we'll move you up. Email information at buffalomarathon.com or buffalomarathon.org or registration at buffalomarathon.org, and we can move you up.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. The seeming rules have been lifted. Is the pasta dinner still canceled?
Yes, unfortunately, the pasta dinner is still canceled. Chefs is still our pasta party sponsor. If you can support the restaurant, that would be wonderful. But the convention center is closed until August or October, so there's really no place we could host it. And in all honesty, it was 9 days ago that these rules were lifted, and we are scrambling to give you as close to a normal event as we can.
And Beep, it's our friend from last week. Thank you for referencing the interactive guide. Yes, and there's plenty of parking. That was it. That was a question from Jeffrey Jones. Is there plenty of parking downtown?
Yes, plenty of parking. Just don't wait till the last minute. They're also the ramp parking are close and free. Ooh, you know what, Greg? I don't know the answer to that because I don't ever park in the ramp. But the ramps are close. There's one ramp that's maybe 25 feet to 50 feet from Niagara Square, which fills up quickly. It's right next to City Hall. And then the other ramp is right off Franklin. You can access it from the Pearl Street side, and that is probably 200 meters from the entrance to Niagara Square. Now, are they free? I don't know.
They have been free. They have been free in past years, but we don't want to go out and tell you they're going to be free and then have somebody charging for them. With COVID, everybody's changing rules. If they're not free, I think with the last time I paid to park there, it might have been $10. It's not going to be exorbitant. So if all else fails, take Uber.
Very good. And a reminder, start line 6 a.m. on Sunday for everybody. 100% of you will start at 6. It doesn't matter what your bib's color is. It doesn't matter what the letters are. If you are a human taking part in our race, 6 a.m., that means show up, park your car at 5:15 and get your booty over to the start line. We're going to have lots of fun. And if you think you're going to go and pull in at 5:45, you're going to miss the start. You're going to miss all the hoopla. And you come for the hoopla because you can go run 26 miles on any day. This is about being part of the Buffalo Marathon weekend, so don't miss out.
The first large race back in New York State, first mass start this size. We're going to set the record on Saturday morning with 600 after the pandemic, and we're going to break it on Sunday.
And you're going to be part of our herd, our thundering herd. It's very exciting. All right, Mike is the most.
Does Fitz have a dog?
Hell yeah, I got a dog. I got a lab greyhound mix called Piper. She's 12 and she's a princess. And now I randomly have a new Jack Russell Terrier mix who's 4 months old and adorable. So thank you for asking that question. He looks like a junkyard dog and he fills up my heart with joy. Well,
but they're not here in Buffalo.
No, I wish they were. But I will kiss your dog. In fact, I will grope and pet. This is the best race because I can grope the runners and nobody files a lawsuit. Sarah wants to know about relay teams.
Great question.
Belt we have to wear. It's making us nervous as it's new to us. You know how it's hard to do something on a new on race day. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah.
It's really just like an elastic band that you clip around your waist that will have the bib that actually contains the timing chip. So that's really important to make sure that transitions from one athlete to another. I wear them all the time when I race and I have no issues. So if you just take a moment and practice with it and make sure it just clips when you put it around the front and then twist it around so that the number's on the front, you really shouldn't have any issues. The only issue you might have is if somebody in your event, in your team might be a slightly different size than you, you might have to adjust it a little on the fly maybe.
And the relay bib, you're going to get a bib that's marked relay. That goes on the back.
Yeah.
So that the other runners know. If you wonder what that's for, it's so that the other runners, like when you're on the back half of the course, understand that you're running full speed because you just started.
You're at 24 miles and then someone whizzes by you like, holy crap. And then you realize it's a relay team because it says relay on the back of on their back. And then you don't feel so bad because you're already suffering at mile 24.
It's hilarious. It's true. How defeating, right? Just so we're clear, I have been passed in a half marathon at mile 11 by a dude dressed as Chewbacca. So, yeah.
I can beat by a banana at the turkey trot.
Chewbacca. All right. Do we need to show proof of vaccination?
No.
Nope. You do not.
No.
And
We are back to normal.
treating you respectfully as humans. I love it. Okay.
Our question to the governor's office was, when we were talking about this before we got approval, is when they asked me what I wanted, I said, can I hold the race like it's 2019 and COVID didn't exist? And they said, yes.
9 days ago.
9 days ago.
Goodness for that. Perfect timing. Okay. So this is a mystery half solved. I'm guessing the name is Ezekiel Bonaparte Poopy Pants. That's the EPB. Or EBP. Do you guys have a guess at what that name might be?
I like the poop your pants part. So.
just don't do it at mile 24.
Don't do it.
Don't throw up on the mats.
Oh, and this is another great great comment. Can't wait to meet Fitz tomorrow at Runner's Roost, and Rudy. It's definitely going to come pick up my book. Give it to her mom as a gift. She's going into the hospital for chemo and stem cell transplant. Gee whiz. Buffalo will be the last time before she goes in. Can't wait to go out with a bang. Well, she's going to do great. And this is the book that you'll be getting tomorrow at Runner's Roost. It's the one in Orchard Park from 5 to 7 p.m. Rudy and I will be there. Free hugs, race talk, running. I may actually run with the running group, and we'll be autographing books. And Rudy wrote the foreword, so he can sign your book too. So thank you, Patrick. I'll be rooting for your mom.
And we hope your mom is back next year for 2022.
All right, here's the name reveal. Okay, so it does say Elizabeth Bolt Poopy Pants. That's it. Populars, but no Poopy Pants now. Sorry, Elizabeth. Can't wait to see you. Introduce yourself.
Poopy Pants welcoming over the line.
We're gonna get sued. She's gonna say that's not it. Okay. Oh, it's not training unless you're nervous. That's right. That's what the porta potties are there for.
Yeah, lots of them. Lots of them.
Lots of them. We got Tina Boswell here. She's with onemoremile.net. If you need any of those creative, quirky runner things that show your mileage. So after you finish your first marathon, you got to go to onemoremile.net and get the 26.2 magnet. Stick it on your car. Everybody's got to know what you did.
Thanks for the positive vibes, Tina. It's been a very trying year to produce an event of this magnitude. It's been very, very trying. As you can see, I lost all of my hair.
So that's not true. He had hair when he started working with me 6 years ago. Are there any restrictions coming from another state? No. I cannot answer that. So. I don't think so, but I think the best thing to do would be check our state website. But I don't think we are under any lockdowns other than the people prevented coming in from Canada, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's either today or tomorrow that all executive orders in New York State expire. They just encouraging you to wear a mask if you are not vaccinated, or based on your comfort level.
Not required. Totally your choice.
Yep.
Again, we have done everything we can to be able to answer all your questions, but some of them are outside the realm of producing an event. So.
Oh, this is so nice. Yes, I have brought. You know what? I only brought 15 with me. So come and get the first, and if I don't have books left when you get there, then I will do free shipping, and I'll make sure you get yours by next week. So that's very sweet, Josh. Thank you. Oh, look at that. How much has been raised for charity so far? This is the junior Poobah, Mr. Rudy.
Hey,
Rudy, it's like, and we didn't ask him to say that. So he's, where is he? Is he out eating? How much has been raised for charity? So on 2/1, this is actually something Rich and I are both very proud of. We are very much into giving back to the community. This is a community event. It doesn't belong to us. We are only the stewards of this event. And we started Heart to Heart in 2019 with the relays. And that year we raised $76,000 with 43 teams. This year, when we knew we were under a limitation, we opened up registration for community spots. And they were the only people who could register. They had to raise $500. 300 people have registered. I think 75% of them have hit their goal. And the last time I checked, we were at $194,000, a little bit more for colitis, the best in cardiac care at Buff General and Gates Vascular. So 194,000, we're about $5,000 away from 200,000. If anybody listening knows, you want to go to our website, you can donate to the charity, help us get to 200,000 by Saturday. It would be monumental, but it's already monumental, the money we've raised. And on top of that, in our budget, all of our volunteers, and we encourage you to thank them, all of our volunteer groups have the ability to apply for a grant from the race, and that's how we also give money. In our budget is $40,000 more to give back to the groups out there supporting you. So at the end of this race here, at the end of Sunday, we're hoping to have given back $250,000, which is, it just gives me goosebumps when I think about how generous everybody has been.
And Greg and I have both signed up for the Heart to Heart Relay to run a half marathon after the event is over. So
Yeah.
Hopefully if my back is okay, because I've been having issues with it all week. Actually, the other day I sneezed and threw out 2 ribs. We're going to be running the half marathon. And if I don't do it on Sunday, I will definitely do it Monday, because I'm going to wear my bib and make sure I get my half marathon in, because heart disease, unfortunately, took my mother. So it's near and dear to my heart. And my godson had open heart surgery when he was very young. So I'm running on their behalf and hopefully help people in the future who have heart conditions.
Yeah, and I thought it was a great idea, and I knew I wouldn't let Rich do it by himself. If he doesn't think he's going to run, I may be out there at 2 a.m. if I can't sleep. And I had the unfortunate experience in January of being told I have this beginnings of cardiac disease. I thought, how ironic is this? So, yeah, we're going to be out there. Hopefully it won't be hot. Maybe we should start the race at 4 a.m. so we can get out earlier.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
I've been part of some races where we've pushed up start times because of heat, but California, 100 degrees and so forth. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for keep pushing.
This is another great question. What is the official cutoff time for the full?
12:30.
Oh, and look, extra points to Christopher Michael Thomas.
Got it. Yeah. You get an extra half hour this year.
It's awesome. That's 6.5 hours?
6.5 hours. Originally it's 6, but when we moved it up to 6 a.m. because of COVID and to beat the heat, I left all the timelines for 12:30. So everybody knows 12:30 this year is the end of the end this year.
That's awesome. I'm looking for questions to see if we have any more. Just a lot of happy customers. I got to tell you, race directors, you are pleasing lots of people. They're very excited about this weekend.
We're in this together.
Officially, we get to be together. That's right.
Yeah, officially, yes.
Together.
Doing.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, this is great. I think we've gone through all the questions, folks. If you have questions, we want to hear them. Please share this broadcast. Oh, here he goes. Mark Rivero. Looks like a fun.
Oh, you know what? We tried. We tried. The answer is no. We tried really hard. And anybody who knows me, I'm the one who gives Rich all the chaos. Rich throws a lot of stuff down and makes things happen. And I pushed hard for a post-race party, and we couldn't quite secure a liquor license. So we couldn't do it. And we were close. We were real close, and we talked about it. And the Buffalo Marathon weekend is special. We put everything into every part of this race, our heart and soul. And we knew just slapping together a half-ass post-race party was not the right thing to do. So there's a lot of bars down here. They've been suffering. After the race, they'll be open too, because I believe the Blue Jays are playing. They'll be opening early. I mean, find a place, celebrate there with your friends and family, wait for your friends to cross the finish line. But I mean, it would be great to, and I just thought about this, it would be far better to support the local establishments down here that have been suffering for the last year than for us to take all that business away from them. So go find a restaurant, just like on Chippewa, the bars on Chippewa. There's a lot down here.
2 blocks away. 2 blocks away.
Yeah, just keep walking. Just keep walking. And with your water and Soho, I think the Rec Room and Frankie Primo's and Soho are opening at 11. You'll have to check with that. But we're sorry we tried. I mean, we've accomplished a lot in 9 days, but that was something we couldn't make happen.
All right, so we have another question. It's basically about crappy weather. What's the game plan?
There is no crappy weather in Buffalo. It's gonna be all sun and shiny. No worries.
No fog.
Yeah.
If there is crappy weather, for example, maybe a big storm rolls in, we would postpone the race as long as possible. We would notify everybody via text. We would use Fitz and Rudy to let everybody know if we are in the starting areas, what the protocol is. Unfortunately, when we're out in Niagara Square, if lightning does roll in, there isn't many places to shelter in place. So we would ask you to leave Niagara Square for your safety and probably return to your cars at that point. And we will use our texting system during the race. If there is inclement weather that rolls in after the race, Greg will activate our texting system, which will send information out to every aid station and every medical person on the course to let athletes know that there is weather approaching or the weather has arrived and either the course is closed and or shelter in place. So keep those things in mind.
And I'm going to add on to that for folks who are coming out, especially first-time racers, is bring some disposable like rain gear if it's your first, or if you think it's going to rain early in the morning. I have run so many races wearing the most posh garbage bag I own, like literally the big Glad bag, threw it on, poked in armholes, ran 7 miles with it. So, something disposable that you don't mind getting rid of. I think that's, a genius way to go. You could shove a dry pair of socks in your bra or in your little fuel belt, whatever, because that might be nice to prevent blisters and so forth. But you can do this no matter what the weather, as long as we don't have horrific lightning like it's Florida. You're going to be just fine, and the sogginess may feel good for a little while. And whatever, just keep going, one foot in front of another. Race day is always unpredictable, and the stories are much more exciting when we have interesting weather. So and we did people will be getting a text message starting probably tomorrow that we use just to do announcements and to keep people informed. The other thing we did is that hasn't gotten a lot of press, we haven't really marketed, is we've installed cancellation insurance in the race now. So if we were to get, let's just say we were to get a tornado or lightning or something that forced us to cancel the race, everybody participating would get a full refund. So we are now in a situation that's something we are going to keep going forward. And as far as the other question, this one right here. If you registered for the virtual race this year, the virtual race should be completed by June 26th. The virtual race does not mean you can run in the live race. You don't have a slot in the live race. If you have a virtual bib, the only virtual people that are allowed back into the race are those that dropped out of the live event and went virtual. So if you paid $75 this year to register for the virtual race, you are not going to get a bib on Saturday morning. The only option you have at this point, if you want to run the live event, and you would have to email information.com, is information at Buffalo Marathon.
Information at buffalo.org. Information at buffalomarathon.org. If you were willing to fund the fundraising requirement of $500 on your virtual bib, we will allow you into the race. And it's in the spirit of fairness. The people that started registering in February for fundraising have all raised the money. It would be unfair for us to let somebody to run in the race for $75 when they did all the work to get us to 190. So we try to be as fair as we can. I know it may not be what you want to hear, but we do have options if you want to run live.
Thank you. Oh, hi, Joe. Can't wait to see you. Oh, and by the way, for all of the folks here, our race directors, some of the coolest, most approachable guys ever. If you see them on the course and you've had a great day, make sure you let them know, because they've been working strangely hard for 1.5 years to make this thing go. And then Rudy and I love making new runner friends. So we want to meet you. We want hugs. If you don't want to hug, just say, don't hug me. But I'm excited to be back with everybody.
And the other thing I would add to that is, if you see something on the race course that you think we could improve, please let us know. Email us at information@buffalomarathon.org. We want to know. We can't see everything. And if you happened, and we hope it doesn't happen, we have a very high approval rating. If you happen to be grumpy about something after you finish and you need to talk to one of us, do me a favor, come talk to me, because Rich is pretty busy keeping everybody else safe and he doesn't need to be distracted. So not that I'm not doing anything, but basically I'm not doing anything at that point. When the gun goes off, it's Rich's race. I've done my job up to that point. So please look for me if you have any complaints or comments, and leave him do his job.
And to add to that, sometimes I don't look approachable on race day. I really am approachable. I'm just really focused. I don't have a smile on my face, but feel free to say hi. Okay.
Yeah, he is a nice guy, no matter what everybody says.
I think I saw somebody say something about an aid station on the 5K.
Yes.
We will not have an aid station this year on the 5K. We did not have enough time to get people out there to man a water station. So we're asking you to carry your own water this year for the 5K. We will have it at the finish line, but not on the course like we typically do. This year, part of our COVID guidelines, we had to do everything in bottles, water and Gatorade, and just not enough time to transition back to cups to make that happen. So we apologize, but please carry your own for the 5K on Saturday.
And on the full and the half, if you're carrying the water, please just don't throw the bottles anywhere. Try to dispose of them in the areas we've set up for them, so we can keep the city clean. And please as Rich said, we didn't have enough volunteers to man that aid station. Delaware canceled because they're full because they didn't have enough police. We are going to have over 1,000 people out there supporting everybody. Please thank them. I mean, we have struggled to get volunteers too to cover this entire course, and our volunteer director is working tirelessly to recruit people. If your family's walking around, they better watch out. They may get recruited to do a traffic intervention. But
Greg, if somebody has a person, like they flew in from Minneapolis and they want to, like their person is here, how does the person get involved? How do they reach out to volunteer?
They can email volunteer@buffalomarathon.org, and Peggy will get the email and get back to them where she has needs. It doesn't mean you can just say, I want to volunteer at the finish line or the start line unless there's openings there. We have openings all over the course. I mean, we are covering 26 miles, so it takes a lot of work.
We will not turn down a volunteer, though.
No.
We'll find a place for it.
I just saw a question. I think it said, will Alfredo be at the start line? Yes, he will. He will also be running the 5K this year. And we originally were going to send him off at number 1 on the 5K so he could get back and do his job at the finish line at the end of the 5K. But since it's a mass start, he's going to head out and hopefully try to beat a lot of you back so he can do his job.
He's a great guy. And
yes.
You know, this is the sweet and sour of the day. Poor Greg Weber. So we talk about hydration spots on the course, and that's probably the most important. But the other most important thing is keeping the race announcers hydrated. And so special request for Diet Coke has been made, but poor Greg misinterpreted that request and purchased Diet Pepsi.
Which I think Rich drinks, so it's all good.
I know.
No, I quit drinking caffeine November 2019.
No. I think there's people on the website going, "Oh no, they bought what? Pepsi?" Yeah, I know. Diet Pepsi. So we're auctioning off the Diet Pepsi.
Coke, no Pepsi.
You got to fit, sign it. It'd be a signed copy of the Diet Pepsi.
I could do that. The no-go Diet Pepsi. I know we're totally not getting a Pepsi sponsorship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did I tell you? I almost had them signed.
Well, we can totally go for Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You know, if you truly liked me, you would have just sucked it up and drank it. So
Vicky said she'll take the Diet Pepsi.
All right, Vicky, it's all yours.
Hey, Greg, you know what? If it was this was a short-term relationship, I would drink the Diet Pepsi and be cordial. But I'm going to be here for many more years, and we got to get this.
If I keep buying Diet Pepsi, I won't be here.
Oh, look at that!
Wow, that's awesome.
So lovely. We have the most generous athletes in the world here. And the most patriotism too. Red, white, and blue everywhere this weekend. It will make you beam with pride. It's so lovely to be American. Usually this race is held on Memorial Day weekend. And It's just very fitting. It's a special place to be. So June, we can be patriotic at the end of June, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just pretend it's Memorial Day weekend.
We'll just pretend it's July 4th.
That's right. That's right. We can't
There you
celebrate
go.
early or too late. All right. Do we have any more questions? Remember, Sunday races start at 6 a.m. for everybody. Does not matter what's on your bib. 6 a.m. if you are a human, if you have feet, if you have a nose, you will be starting at 6 a.m. And we're hoping you will have your car parked by 5:15 and join in the festivities. Bibs go on the very front of your shirt. The 5K on Saturday is at 8:30. Kids races after that, diaper dash after that, Ruffalo Stampede after that. You can pick up your bibs from Sunday if you don't already have them. Saturday at 10 a.m. between 10 and 1 at the finish line. And then on Sunday, 6 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 a.m. Also of note, Saturday, bring your own water for the 5K. What else are we using?
There are still about 10 spots left in the kids race for 3 to 8. If you want to sign it, and it's free, sponsored by Dick's. And there are still, I want to say there's still about 25 slots left in the diaper dash, which we started on Monday. So if you have somebody that's two and under and you want to get them started into racing, this is a great photo op right underneath the finish line, and they will get their bib and their medal. And that is free, also sponsored by Oshai's Children's Hospital.
So great. So great.
Hey, Michael just asked where he should be dropped off by his Uber on Sunday. Tell him, well, I can tell you, Michael.
Amazing.
The corner of Niagara Street and South Elmwood. That'll put you right at one of the entrances to Niagara Square. So Niagara Street and South Elmwood, or you could just say, take me to City Hall.
Very cool. Very cool. I got a nice question for, again, tomorrow night at Thursday at the Runner's Roost, Orchard Park. Rudy and I will be there signing books and doing meet and greet, having hugs, talking about races. Paperbacks are $24. The hardcovers are $28. And the hugs are free. I know, right? Hugs are free. We got another thank you. Again, this is last call for questions with a reminder that last Wednesday, we also had an extremely thorough conversation on our live broadcast. And that's still available at the Buffalo Marathon Facebook page and Fitzness on YouTube. So
and we have a thorough athlete's guide that everybody was asking for. That it takes a lot of work to put together. And I just have to give a shout out to my daughter who worked. And she worked her butt off to get the thing put together with all the changes. A lot of it sat idle. We didn't want to put out. It's an apology. It came out late, yes, but we didn't want to keep putting things out and then changing the plan. We wanted to get to as solid plan as we could. So
you guys have done a spectacular job and everybody appreciates it. I can see that. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, and I love Vicky. Vicky's going to come this weekend, right?
Yeah, Vicky is going to be
in charge of the volunteers for the 5K.
Yep, Girls on the Run.
Girls on the Run.
Of the University of Buffalo Bull.
Yeah.
Yes. That's so great. I can't wait to meet her. She's super sarcastic. So that's what I look for in a friend.
And she's taking the Diet Pepsi.
And she's taking the Diet Pepsi. That's a win-win for everybody.
One less thing I got to take back to my condo.
Can relay runners bring a small little baggie on their back?
We'd be okay with that. You would just have to give it to the relay runner you're going to receive the relay baton from, the race belt, because that person would have to take it back for you. Please do not leave anything on the bus because you might not get it back.
And I highly recommend, I see people coming through finish lines with those little, even lightweight backpacks, and I think, oh God, what an experience. So go to the Runner's Roost. It's our sponsor. They have all the running gear. Go get a fuel belt. It'll fit perfectly on your hips. It won't bounce around. Your fuel, your hydration and your snacks will be fixated flat against your hips. And it's just a much more pleasant experience. Sarah.
And to make it, as we always like to plug our sponsors, and Runner's Roost has been great, but we also signed this year, T-Mobile is our cellular sponsor. And you will see on our website, there is a QR code that's on our website. It's in the guide. And it will be on your grab-and-go boxes that have been provided by Tops, that all your food will be in grab-and-go boxes, and we made sure they were stuffed. You probably won't like everything in them. Don't throw it on the street. Give it to somebody. But we've done our best to make them variable. But the QR code from T-Mobile, if you scan it and register, everybody is eligible. You don't have to run the race. You'll be eligible to win one of 10 $100 gift certificates to Runner's Roost. So
9. I already won the first one.
oh, wonderful. So yeah, but you can't. The code is not live until June 20. It's only live from June 25th, 26th, and the 27th. So you can register. Everybody in your family can register. Give it a go.
All right. Joe Buckle wants to know, do we get a T-shirt at the finish line? I believe that is absolutely not. You'll be getting a fancy jacket at the finish line, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
The jackets are at the finish line.
Sweet. Oh, and they're super cool. I love the back. You have to give me one, so I'll wear it on the race day. All right. Patrick says, Runner's Roost is awesome. They definitely will help you finish your first marathon. Without them, I don't know if I would have been able to finish 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm really excited to go over there tomorrow night. I hear
they're wonderful people. And they have a new location in Amherst, in East Amherst, that you can go to.
Sarah wants to know, I bet if the earlier relay runners head over to the finish line, they'll get a snack box too. Don't you think?
Yeah, if they come back to the finish line, we'll give them a snack box too.
And a hug. Yep, nice jacket. Thank you for all your hard work in organizing the marathon. I've been looking forward to this event for a long time. See you.
So have we.
Yeah, a long time. Is West Huron Street open to traffic the whole time?
West Huron.
West Huron is by the Hyatt.
Is it closed?
Yeah, no. You'll be able to, if you come from the Main Street side, you'll be able to come across Pearl, and you can make it down to maybe Franklin. But once you get to Delaware, you won't be able to cross over there. So try not to do that if you don't have to.
Sarah, thank you for all the great questions. That's why we're here. We wanted your questions. Beth Kent reaching out. She's coming up from Fort Lauderdale. She's Team Noisy fan, so she'll be here in Buffalo. She's been bursting at the seams for almost 2 years solid to be here. So we're excited to have Beth. A reminder to everyone, family and friends, our spectators, need to remain just that. They are not welcome on the course at any time. They are welcome to stand on the side and cheer. It's a liability to have them on the course, and it's disrespectful to those who have earned the finish line. So please do not grab babies, brothers, uncles, grandpas, hot husbands, beautiful wives. None of those people, unless they're registered runners, are welcome on our course. And we actually have a note in our rule book that says you will be disqualified if you escort an unregistered runner across our finish line. So please don't do that. Allow them to do their part, cheering and waving, and then get your hugs after you cross.
And smile at the finish line. Marathon Photo will be there taking your finishing photos. And they'll be available on their website after probably the next day. And the other thing I would ask people to do with your spectators is ask them to be careful on Franklin Street in and around the finish area. The entire area is under construction. They're doing streetscaping. So just be careful, especially if you have small children. I mean, their sidewalks are ripped up. Some of them are poured. You just have to really watch where you're going.
Patrick wants to know if his special people can hand him gels from the side.
Technically, you're not supposed to have outside assistance. Okay. We do have gel on the course. We can advise you to use the gel on our course.
Okay. All right. We're just going to go on. Take that as you need to, Patrick. You are welcome to stop over and hug your spouse on the side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Something
gets stuck to you.
I have been known along courses to gather cookies and candy from strangers. I think you have the rule: do not gather candy from strangers unless it's mile 12. And then
I'm not sure of the exact rule, but Rich, I mean, if their family's willing to hand it to everybody on the course, then it's okay, right? As long as
then it's good. Just like the aid station on Richmond, who make sure you're not grabbing a beer from accidentally.
Maybe you could be grabbing a beer.
You could be because you want to, yes.
Things, yeah. Sometimes things happen on race. If you were trying to win first place and there was prize money, I would say, hell no, don't take anything from anybody. Yes. But you got a wife and she happens to drop a cookie in your mouth. Okay.
And there is, so everybody knows, there is no prize money this year if you're running for money. We had taken it out when we had taken it out because we weren't going to have a gun start. And now that when we have the gun start, we just elected to not put it in. We are giving trophies to the top 3 people, which will be mailed to everybody. And just as an added incentive, if somebody is on on this call and they're going for the win. I've talked to Tony Martin, and we're pretty sure we're going to use customized nameplates on all those trophies this year when they get emailed out. So, and the age group awards are going to be embroidered hats again, super nice hats from AdPro. They also will be mailed to you in the week following the race. So just give us a little patience. Not that hat. That's not what we're giving. Sorry. And, maybe we should give those out, Rich.
I'm thinking embroidered hats like that would be really cool. See, everybody laughed when I said we should buy these hats, and now Fitz is sporting it all the time.
Yeah, so we'll have to take a poll. Said who wants this hat as an age group award? Everybody will say
Get
yes.
her a real Grand Poobah. We should get her the blue hat with the white horns.
Oh, the White Buffalo Lodge. Yes, I could use that. Okay, so I think we're about to wrap it up. The questions have stopped coming in. All enthusiasm. I think you've answered every question very, very well, guys. But we are so excited to have you all at our race. It's been a long time. I know you've missed participating, but we have missed you desperately. The reason all three of us, everyone within this organization, the reason we do what we do is because we so desperately love our runners. We love the sport. We love the great efforts everyone makes for their community, great causes and charity. So, and your own health. So, celebrate, show up, get to the start line early, be a part of our Buffalo Marathon family, the biggest herd in the country at that given point. Enjoy every step of the race. And then when you come to that finish line, we want you to actually own your accomplishment, celebrate big time, put those hands up high. We got the twofer, we got the number one finger. You can cartwheel. I've seen it all. Make Rudy and I laugh. We'll give you extra points for that. But, this is a very special weekend coming up, and we want you all to, relish in the opportunity and the athletic accomplishment.
I just want to take a minute to thank everybody. It's been a long journey to get to here. We're going to do more of these roundtables. I still get a little choked up about this. I mean, everybody sees me or hears me on the radio. I wouldn't do this race without Rich. He worked so hard for everybody to keep everybody safe. Everybody's lucky. We're lucky to have him. We have a good record, knock on wood. We're going to keep it that way. So, yeah, everybody has been great. We've gotten great emails. So at this point, I just want to thank everybody, and we're going to have fun on Sunday, starting Saturday.
And I told Fitz I was looking forward to this weekend being over, but now I'm really looking forward to this weekend. It's always one of the best weekends of the year.
Yeah.
So hope to see all of you out there enjoying yourselves.
Can't wait to see you all. Enjoy every step. Come with a great attitude. Work really hard. Celebrate harder.
For sure. Peace out.
Bye, guys. Love you. We got more. Cheese. So, guys, this is how we end my show. We do dancing. I can't end it until you start dancing. Ready, guys? There we go.